Welcome back to Storytime Soap Shop. I'm Kim, and today we're going to be making some cupcakes. I love making cupcakes, but these are going to be Mardi Gras themed, so we're going to have some green, some purple, and maybe some gold or yellow, and they're going to be scented in a very fruity fragrance because Mardi Gras, you know, there's the hurricane is one of the favorite drinks, you know, down in New Orleans. Like, that's what they sell a lot of, but they do have a lot of, like, they have mint julep and just some other fruity, herby fragrances. So I'm gonna do a custom blend of my own to furnace. I'm so ready for spring. I'm gonna have a fruity blend to go with this soap, something that, you know, won't discolor, but in the same token gives us some of those fruity, festive fragrances. So enough blabbing, let's go make some cupcakes. Okay, we're going to start, as we always do, pouring our lye solution into our oils. These are all room temperature. And we're going to blend to emulsification. First, I need to pour off 72 ounces. I hope this will hold it. Then we're going to color yellow. In this cup, I have some lemon drop yellow mica mixed with a little bit of oil. And I'm going to mix that in here as well. We'll mix it once just so that we're doing less blending here. Oops. Okay, now we're going to set that aside, and this is going to be our base for our cupcakes. I'm going to pour a little bit into this pitcher just to make it easier to pour into here. And when I do the piping, I will change the angle so that you can see everything. So if you've ever watched a soaping video, people talk about green morphing. This is why. It kind of comes out, this is green vibrance, which I've had good luck with. But after it's blended with the soap, at first it looks like a very unattractive color. Not necessarily unattractive, it just looks like dark pea soup rather than something pretty. But it'll come back. I don't have a lot of piping in my bag because the neons tend to thicken faster than other colors in my experience. So the purple is slightly thicker than the green, and I don't want to end up with a mess. So I'm not filling my bag up real full yet. What's really weird is I have used each of these fragrances that I combined separately and have never had any acceleration, but when I combine them today, I can feel that my soap batter is actually warm, like really warm, and it accelerated trace, which is weird. I've done my own custom blends before, but I've never had that happen. I've had weird color morphing happen, like really weird color morphing happen, but nothing like that. So I've been watching a lot of ASMR videos, and it cracks me up. I wish they could get the commercials figured out. I have a terrible time falling asleep. So now I set the laptop up next to the bed and watch an ASMR video and fall right asleep. But the funny thing is you'll be nice and cozy and comfortable and getting nice and relaxed, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, someone's talking and whispering, and it's all nice and soothing, and then, I just made a great new website using Wix! And it makes you jump out of the bed. Like, I think they could do those survey commercials on ASMR videos or whatever instead of, you know, the real loud power tool ones, or that Wix commercial's really loud. The first time I listened to an ASMR video, I honestly did not understand what was going on. I'm like, okay. But then the longer I sat there and watched it, the more I was like, oh wow. And I've heard that for some people it doesn't do anything. Like, some people are just not prone to it. But it is very comforting. I found a few channels. There's one called Fred's Voice. I swear to God, the guy looks like he could be a Helmsworth brother, which kind of cracks me up. I was like, oh my gosh, Thor does ASMR. Which, when I looked down in the comment section, I was like, oh boy, I'm not the only one that thinks that either, poor guy. I mean, I'm sure it's flattering, but he probably gets sick of hearing it. But Goodnight Moon is another one. I watch one by a girl named GB. She does some cool stuff. This is now getting really thick on me, and I'm having to squeeze a little bit harder. I guess I should have said I am using a closed star tip for the piping bag here. It's weird now, it's just all coming out green. But I have watched so many, I watch a lot of like cake making videos and arts and crafts, just because, oops, we got some touch in here. Let's see what we can do about that. Obviously, I am really get inspired by food stuff. I think it's just amazing what some artists can do with food. Chocolatiers are like my superheroes. Like, it's pretty and it tastes delicious. But I try not to watch too many other videos from other soapers, because I don't want to inadvertently, you know, take somebody's idea that I thought I came up with on my own. It's hard enough to be, you know, really original in this space anyway. I mean, there's nothing original about soap cupcakes. There's other soapers who do them. There's nothing original about bath bombs. There's plenty of other soapers that do them. It's just your own take, you know, the fragrances you choose, the colors you choose. So I try to watch, you know, other videos to get inspiration outside of the soaping world. One of the channels I watch on YouTube is How to Cake It, and oh my gosh, that girl does some like amazing stuff with cake. And she always cuts into the cake at the end. It's like, oh my gosh, she's not making this to sell. She's literally spending all this time and ingredients just making this for her channel. Which is super cool, but it's a lot of hours of work. So we will, let's see, spray these down with some rubbing alcohol. It's getting really hard to pipe. I'm glad I'm almost done. We'll spray them down with alcohol, and there's really no cutting, but we'll take the silicone liners off tomorrow. Oh, I almost forgot my favorite part. And that is to dust them with some biodegradable glitter. This is not plastic. It will not hurt the sewer systems. It won't scratch your skin. It's not bad for the environment. It's biodegradable intergalactic glitter from Nurture Soap. So it is 48 hours later, and here's our cupcakes. A nice sparkle on top. So if you liked the video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.